by a lieutenant. Full batteries commanded by captains. Each cannon with its own two-wheel vehicle carrying its ammunition chest behind it. On the Confederate side, we have all black, wrought iron, cast iron rifle guns. These barrels weigh approximately 800 to 900 pounds. The carriages that support them of wooden spokes on the wheels, weighing approximately 1,300 pounds, each piece weighing over a ton, over 2,000 pounds in weight. The artillery crew prepares for fire by dipping long sticks called rammers with sponge on the end in buckets of water, swabbing out the barrels to extinguish any sparks or embers from previous shots, and also cooling the barrels.
Smell like gunpowder.
Meanwhile, in the back of the gun, one of the crew members places their thumb in a protective leather pouch over a vent hole to keep any oxygen out of the barrel to ensure that any sparks or embers are out of the barrel before a powder bag weighing approximately 2.5 pounds of gunpowder is introduced into the barrel. The rammers are switched to the opposite end where the wooden block is used to ram the powder bag and the projectile down to the back of the barrel. At the top of the back of the barrel is a little hole to vent. One of the crew members will step forward and insert a long metal needle-like device called a vent pick or priming wire into the hole and puncture the ammunition bag loaded in the back of the barrel. Another member of the crew will step forward with a copper tube filled with fulminate. At the top of the tube is a wire that extends perpendicularly from the tube. The copper tube sticks perfectly into the hole at the top of the back of the barrel. And at the end of a loop on the end of the wire, a string is attached.
Pull it.
The other end of the string is a wooden block. It's called a lanyard. It allows the gunner to stand clear of the wheels. When he pulls the lanyard or the string, it pulls the wire on the friction primer. That creates a spark. That's where the friction comes in. The spark goes down through the copper tube full of fulminate directly into the powder bag. And then you have...
Ready?
Normally these guns would recoil anywhere from 3 to 12 feet. And then the men would have to manhandle the gun position. All Civil War artillery fire is direct fire. What that means is you're only firing at targets that you can see. It's not like the modern military today with indirect fire where your target might be 25 miles away and you have forward observers with binoculars rating coordinates back to the guns. These black rifled guns during the Civil War could fire accurately at about 1.5 miles, meaning they could hit what they're shooting at about 1.5 miles at extreme range. Civil War artillery could fire at a distance of 2 miles, not really hitting what you're shooting at beyond about 1 mile. Normally each piece attached to its limber would require 6 horses to transport. When it came time to fight, the guns were unlimbered. They were disattached from the two-wheel vehicles carrying the ammunition chest. And we're going to see an example of unlimbering during this scenario on the far Union left to the right of our grandstands. These artillery men, if they're an effective crew, can fire at about the same rate this soldier could fire his rifled musket. That would be about 2 to 3 well-aimed shots per minute. These men fire a variety of different types of ordnance or ammunition.
Come on, guys.
They fire a solid shot, which is just like a small bowling ball or high school varsity boys track and field shot put. Solid shot is excellent against enemy cannons, counter battery fire. If you get a nice hit on a wooden enemy cannon carriage with a solid shot, it's going to disable that gun. Solid Shot is also good against enemy posted in trees. Solid Shot breaks up the branches and turns the branches into weapons in their own right. However, if you're firing against massed troops making a charge across the field, you might want to switch to exploding shell. Cannons with fuse attached when they are loaded in the barrel. The firing of the cannon ignites the fuse. The fuse is cut before it's loaded. You're trying to cut the fuse to time the cannonball to explode just overhead or just in front of a massed body of enemy troops. The fuse is lit inside the barrel at the time of firing. Hollow iron balls explode in midair, and the fragments rain down on the enemy. And then when things got a little more desperate, the enemy got close, often they would switch to something called canister. Imagine a high-C fruit drink can made of tin, packet full of golf ball-sized lead balls packed in sawdust, and have it explode out of a cannon like a giant shotgun. Sprays out, becomes effective at about 400 yards, is positively deadly at 100 to 200 yards. Ladies and gentlemen, now you are seeing the Confederate troops, primarily under the command of William Barksdale, for the most part Mississippians, beginning to march through the guns and approach the Sherfy Farm at the Emmitsburg Road, in between our lines here today, closer to the Union position. Opposing them, on the right side of our grandstand, is the brigade of Union soldiers under Charles Graham. Men from New Jersey, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania,